a sin. One team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Welcome to College Station, Texas, Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see, the winners of 5 straight, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Texas A&M Aggies. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Aggies offense is on the field for the first time today. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. One of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
From the gun, the running back has it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go. 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Flips it out to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Floats it out in space. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Snagged in the middle. It's Evans. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the 1st down. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on 1st down. The throw. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Taylor wants to throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Evans. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Mississippi State really efficient on offense right now. Looking to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're dealing with a second and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. This crowd knows when to bring it. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And the defense, got him at the 27. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. The give to the lone running back. Ball is loose. Now the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Aggies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Got him downfield. Breaks away on the left. He's at the and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Extra point makes it 7-3. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Nevada is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 4 over Fresno State. The Mountain West likes to keep things interesting, and we'll circle back if anything big happens. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when to go. There he goes! Sweet spin. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Going to swing it on second down. Finds the tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. That'll be enough to give Mississippi State a fresh set of downs.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
He might want another play. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He's got an open man. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Across the 20 and out of bounds at the 21-yard line, and just like that, they're out of trouble. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Got it near midfield. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
I'll tell you, this running back, he is running behind an offensive line that is playing in unison right now, doing a great job communicating pre-snap. They're getting hats on hats in the run game.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The 12th man more than standing Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. The sure hands, it's Evans. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. The ball will be placed at the 40 after that kick out of bounds. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Reed. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Makes a man miss. Grab near the marker. It's Concepcion.
Great job by the quarterback there. He saw the safety bite on the run fake. So as the safety comes running downhill, he now knows he has the slant throw to his receiver on the outside.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air on 2nd down. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. The lead is down to a field goal.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Caught near the sticks. It's Evans. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big-time pickup on that one. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but it might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around. Hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the 2nd half and start making some plays.
With the catch, it's Mosley. Brought down at the 31. It is a 1st down. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Taylor wants to throw. Finds his target down the middle. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Wants to fire on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He's looking to throw on third and short. Caught near the sticks. It's Mosley. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Makes the grab. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the home of the 12th man.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The give to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much.
Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Gets away. Working that left side now. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. The give on the option. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by... Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack. They want to run it left here. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Runs through a tackle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. To the ground, he's got it again. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Taylor wants to throw it. With the catch, it's Davis. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. To the ground with the back. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Syracuse. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Phyllis?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Back to pass, it's Reed. Finds his tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking for space, it's Daniels. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. To the air on 1st down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Wide open downfield. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So 1st down will open up the final period. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Gets it out fast. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Gonna look downfield again. Takes a hit as he fires. Touchdown, Aggies! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And nice job by the quarterback, hanging in the pocket, hanging in there. He knew.
Oh, they blocked him. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. They'll try the run, and maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Taylor wants to throw. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice game.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the 1st down, a few more 1st downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. And the Aggies moving quickly to the line.
Hey, the defense is going to give you those all day. We're late in the game now. They've got the big lead. Expect them to play big zone defense.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Reed. Fires left. Got his man downfield. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. The quick out. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. Here we go. Now facing a 3rd and long. Here we go. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And it slips just inside that right upright. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Got all 3 timeouts left in your back pocket. You're down a possession here late in the 4th quarter. You do not have to kick an onside kick. If you trust your defense, you use your timeouts wisely, you can have a lot of time left on offense to go and win this game.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. This drive will open from the 15. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 1st down from the 28. They're going to ride this running back. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Now they're going to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Concepcion. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Looking to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Trying to set up the screen. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Shoots it to the left. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Going to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They're testing the right side here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Not sure why they want to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.